Do you think that child marriage is a neglected issue, and if so, why?
In my tribe, child marriage is kind of, people ignore it.
If something goes wrong, it's the girls who will be taken out of education. It is the girls who will be thrust into marriage.
Because this issue, it became to me a priority, because when I saw my own sister crying, our father did not care.
They will be stuck in a cycle a lot of times of poverty because of it, so will their children. It also harms them physically. It's dangerous.
I witnessed her. I saw her crying. Her life just taken away.
We have to stop this. We have to stop treating our children like a commodity.
What somebody has to stand up for.
It's not that people don't care, they just don't know.
Okay, hi guys, thank you all so much for coming. My name is Katy, and I'm a third-year Global Scholar student, and this is a part of my Take Action project. And now I'm going to introduce my guest speaker, Kimm Hrdlicka-Tigges. She's a member of Zonta, and she was the club membership co-chair, and she's the government-elect for District 5 at Zonta International. Here is Kimm.
I have been fortunate enough to give this presentation mostly to young people. 14 to 17, 18-year-olds. And that has been such a joy because it's their generation. It's those young people that are getting hit. And it's going to be your generation that's going to make a difference. My name is Kimm Hrdlicka-Tigges. I am originally from Northeast Ohio, a little town called Burton, Ohio, but I've lived in Columbus for almost 40 years. I have been with an organization named Zonta International, and I'd say that's my job now pretty much. I don't do it 40 hours a week, but I do it every single day. It's increased my passion about all different issues affecting women and girls. Some issues I knew about, some I really didn't. Early child marriage was definitely one of them. But I do know women who were married at 14, 16, 18, or excuse me, 17, right before they're 18. So I knew it, but when I was in school, it wasn't as big of a deal. You know what I mean? I guess it was, but we didn't think about it that way. You should never get married or sign a contract. You can't sign any other contract in the world as a minor except a marriage contract, and someone else has to sign it for you. These are not adults. These are not making adult decisions. These are other people making decisions for their children.
So my name is Isaya. I am from Tanzania. I'm a Maasai warrior from the Maasai tribe in north of Tanzania. My tribe is located between two countries, Tanzania and Kenya. I work with Sosotoa Foundation. The mission is to end early marriage for young girls in the Maasai culture. Our situation between inequality is different than in other places. The economy, the Maasai like to have many kids just so that they can have enough kids to look after their cows and goats and sheep and so on. The way that they trade, their market trade, is girls. If you let your daughter grow like every other girl, then they will go to school. She can bring more than 10 cows a year. But if you are selling her for 10 cows and just smug her life, she will never know what is that is prepared by God in her future. That is really the horrible situation that we are, the culture, the practice that the culture do not understand, that is as horrible as trafficking young girls into a life that they are not prepared for. But in my home village, I experienced my older sister. I witnessed her. I saw her crying, and I was pretty young at the time. So I asked her, why are you crying in your wedding? She said, this is not my wedding. This is a wedding of the wish of our father. And I'm like, okay. And then she just hold my shoulders, and literally she would hold me and say, look at this man. Is this a man that you think I'm happy to marry? And so my life is done. Our father did not care. He more like, she's just crying because she doesn't want to leave her mother. But really, it's not nothing about that. It's because she's young, and the guy is marrying is like a great grandfather is like 80 years old. That situation never got out of my mind. Being treated like it's not, she has no right, the same right as me, her own brother. That wasn't right to me. What somebody has to stand up for. So from my own family and seeing other young girls growing into these horrible marriages and not having a future of opportunities, a future of freedom, a future of hope, knowing that growing up, everybody have a dream. But how can you know your dream if you are not even can get there? If your dream is just shut down when you are 10 years old.
I do believe education is so important.
Education is a key to the future.
There are many, not just other countries, but in the United States, where young people, but women and girls sometimes are stunted. So I believe that that is really important to, again, give everyone the knowledge, and then they can move forward with what they want to do.
It's a key to changing life. It's a key to change perspective for individuals who, I mean, you go to school, it's literally like expanding your brain.
Knowledge is power. Totally. I truly believe that. We call it education equity. When you give people the knowledge, the statistics, realistic statistics, the information, they can make their own choices, but it gives them the background, it gives them, again, the power to understand the subject, whatever subject it is.
Understanding what you want your life to be like. It's a education bring dreams. We are trying to bring that potential to show them that a woman is just not for babies. She has more potential than that.
One thing that is very misunderstood about child marriage is that it is here in the United States. When we bring up this topic, everyone thinks, oh, it's somewhere else. It's in some other country. No, it is right here in the United States.
This issue is trafficking young women is like something happening around the world.
It is, greatly so. And laws are just changing now. Just in the last 5 or 6 years, laws have changed in the United States to make states, I believe it's 12 now, are making 18 no exceptions to get married. And many people didn't believe it. I mean, they were like, what? And then they'd look up their own laws and they're like, wow, we don't have an age, or our age is 15 to 16. This is also partly deals with human trafficking too, and things. You know, this is a bigger issue than just marriage. It is considered child abuse. It is considered human trafficking. You should have every right to do what you want to do, get as much education as you want, strive to what you want to be. We have to stop this. We have to stop treating our children like a commodity.
Remember, this is like this culture. This practice has been happening from the beginning, probably, of the world of the Maasai. So it's centuries, years and years and years. And then, like our generation, we are seeing that is wrong. But all generations past, nobody ever seen that is wrong. And they couldn't, because we are the first generation who went to school. Human rights abuse, and it has to stop.
From this presentation, I obviously learned a lot about child marriage. I didn't have a lot of knowledge on it before.
Just how much of an issue it is. I know that it's an issue, but I never realized how many people were actually affected by it.
Beforehand, I knew that child marriage was like a big thing that happened, but I didn't really know that it really happened that much in America. I just thought it was something that happened in other countries.
I think learning about child marriage and realizing how much of a violation to human rights it was really surprised me and really opened my eyes a little more to how serious of an issue child marriage is.
And the fact that like I'm now 16 and like seeing this presentation, and it's like they're talking about 16-year-olds who have been through these horrible things. Like I could see it happening. Like it wasn't just this thing in my imagination that happened thousands of miles away. Like it was real. And so that kind of made me feel like I had to do something about it.
My perspective on child marriage has really changed. I didn't expect to come out of this presentation like feeling the way that I feel. I kind of feel angry that this is even like allowed, and like that it's continued for so long, that there are still states where there's kids who are actively in child marriages, that it's still happening, and there's legislation that can be passed and nothing's being done. And so it's made me want to like actually have something be done now.
Being a woman is just having this sense of empowerment and just being a natural born leader, because I think that when you become a woman, you're automatically given this role in life where you kind of have to be this leader. And I think, to me, being a woman is taking that leadership and doing good things with it and just being great.
It's a gift that never stops. You know, it's something new every day.
Being resilient and overall just having the courage and being a part of a community in a way.
I don't like look at the world as like a challenge. Instead, I kind of look at it as like an opportunity.
I urge everyone here and anywhere who will watch or see to support us by help us fundraising, help us connecting us with organizations that work with the same mission that we do. We look forward to any volunteers who want to help. We are very open to anybody who want to do what they can to support the Maasai women.
And the best thing to do is partner, do what you're doing. Rally, use social media, say you won't tolerate this any longer. Also, get to your representatives, political representatives, to have them put into law 18 no exceptions. We're working on that now.
They can also reach us on our Osotua Foundation, osotua.org, or on our Facebook.
And also doing just classes, seminars, and things, and teaching people, forums, just teaching people about this. I know every time I talk to young people, they're like, what?
Every year we have this celebration in the community where all students come back home, and then we let them speak and sing to their parents, sending a message to tell them what it is that being to school as a woman, a young woman. So when they come back home with a young woman smart and they just speak to the community, it melts my heart. Seeing them talking to the crowd of 300-400 people, and they are very confident, and how they sent a message clear throughout the land that this is me. They have a very hard time because they need to prove themselves, because nobody believes that they can become something. They are all very happy. It melted my heart, and that is a moment of rewarding, that you see what you are doing is not a waste. My hope is that every child in the Maasai land will get an opportunity to get out of that horrible, abusive kind of life that a lot of them went through.